Hey everybody, I hear my bandit, bandit. I'm more important than that doggy. Uh-oh. What happened? Hey Lip Lock and Pink Lotus. Did you get in a scuffle? Did Bandit get in a scuffle? My little scrapper. I'm live, by the way. I just hit live. I can't be live that long, but I thought I'd go live maybe like 45 minutes or something. Hey Matthew, Suzanne, how's everybody doing? Bandit, what are you? How's it going? Not going to be a very long live, but I just thought we'll be away from this busy road here in a second. So I'm supposed to be on Matthew Silly AF tomorrow. You heard it here first. Sorry to steal your thunder, Matthew. Hey TJ. Yeah, I honestly did not watch. I can't. If you're going to ask me about your Andy live, I didn't watch it, just so you know. I didn't watch it. Don't plan on it either. Hey, Robin. So, somebody messaged me earlier. I was wondering if anybody else had heard this. They said that they were watching Brooks, I guess, Crime Lines and Lies, or Crime Lies, Lines and Alibis, or something. And that Candace was on panel, which I went and looked back, tried to find what she was talking about, but it looked like Candace it was a replay, like replaying videos or whatever. And I guess Candace had said something like that Jody Sue, that they had talked after the fact, and Jody Sue had told, supposedly Candace had said that, or supposedly Jody Sue had told Candace that Andy, she was waiting for Andy to get home around 4 p.m. that day because he has some business to take care of. And then when that came up, I guess it was like on PGs or something. And you know, they didn't freaking do anything about it. So I don't know. If I can find it, I'll play it here in a little bit. I can't get if you get a timestamp while something is still like live, it won't be correct. because it's still ongoing. So you have to wait till the live's over to get a timestamp, unfortunately. Anyways, Brooks claims that she's calling TBI about it. I hope so, because the more people that bring attention, the better. Hopefully my chat's not stuck because I'm not seeing any comments. I'll have to pull up my other device, I guess. Oh, there's Tennessee Blue Eyes. Thank you so much. Here, I'm going to pull it up on my other phone too, just in case, to see if I'm missing any comments. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, because some people are calling me evil just because I asked them why they haven't, or make sure that they're aware exactly. It's not that I don't think that they have exactly what. It's just that, yeah, I've explained it a million times, and people that are just trying to change it to something else or just trying to cause drama. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like, that chat's been weird. Oh, I hear that chat's been weird on YouTube lately. I don't know. I might go ahead and pay for StreamYard. What do you go live through? Lidlock? StreamYard's $25 a month, and sometimes you have to some months I just don't have it really. You know what I mean? So Restream sucks, but it's free. The basic part of it's free. So I go live straight through my phone on YouTube. Huh. Mm-hmm. I'll try that. Like, I've done it before, but it's not very. It's not very. It's. What? You haven't gone to your classes, or? Okay. Huh. Yeah, there's water out there. I got you waters last night. Okie dokie. Horizontal rather than vertical, because most people watch me on big screen TVs. Oh, well, thank you, Matthew Cunningham. Seriously, people were like, I was seriously starting to feel like kind of like I did something wrong or something. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And that's what people, and I'm not going to let people make me, I'm not going to get to that point to let me believe something like that, because that's ridiculous. And I just think and that's what's happening, is that a lot of people are just afraid to speak up for this exact same reason what I'm going through, you know? Who wants to deal with that, you know? Just for law enforcement not to do a freaking thing about it, you know what I mean? More than likely. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Only time can tell. Let me move over to my computer. I can hang out for just like, I don't know, maybe 35 more minutes or so. But, you know, supposedly Candace said something about Jody Sue mentioning Andy was supposed to be back at 4 to take care of some business or something. She said so many different things. That's what they keep doing on purpose, just to keep us confused. Wait, what is this? What is the? Oh, here we go. One second. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I don't watch Jody Sue anymore because I find out about. Right? Why? What happened there, Phyllis? And thank you so much. I just got a cash app from Terry Crocker who says, keep your chin up. What happened, Phyllis, on Dolly Vision? Let me see. I don't have much time to look, so. Hey, Live Thankful. You talking about the boot he found?
And you know, last night, you know, your memory ain't always what you think it is, right? Like, remember if you watched my video last night, I said on that video, I had to say PJ was right, okay? Because when I described the shirt that was hanging in the tree, I described it completely wrong.
What is it, Phyllis?
And PJ said, I think it was a Jack the.
Can somebody else tell me? You talking about the boot report made to TBI?
Yes, thank you, Terry. They don't want anyone talking about that day. Oh, and somebody has to, I could be completely, I guess I could be completely wrong about Andy. I don't see how possible. I mean, I can be wrong about him for sure, but there has to be an explanation for why he was on the road. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not to do with Summer, I don't know. Hey, brown eyed girl. Waiting to see. Yeah, well, there's no really point in watching Jody Sue anymore, really. Internet's going ridiculously slow. What's this freaking advice that Crystal's sending me? Okay. Yes, it was meant to take seriously, Crystal. I don't play around when it comes to little girl, missing child's cases. That's clickbait. You tricked me. You said it's not, that you said it was, dear Ziggy, just listen. It's advice. Seriously. I'm not going to sit there and listen to a video when you start out making a joke and a mockery of something that was supposed to be for Summer Wells and for TBI. It's serious, Crystal. Okay. No, it was not. Why would that be a joke? How would that be a joke?
Dolly stated that when he went to the holler that he ran into Ryan, I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
He said if you want to go to the meeting, you two just go to the holler. Said that seems like a hangout for him now.
Well, but it doesn't matter how I word it, 120 acres. I mean, it doesn't matter if I say he knows what happened or how I word it. TBI, that's not going to change anything with TBI's decision. You know what I mean? It's not going to change anything. It's not like, oh, Ziggy worded it that way. Now Andy's really going down. You know what I mean? It's not going to change anything. And that's just that's an opinion, really. You can't say that's fact. So, anyways, no, brown eye girl, it's 3.5 years of, it's a lot. I can't cover it all today. I only have like a half hour, but maybe some other day I'll, like, later on when I have time to explain everything. It's a little girl missing that's been missing since 2021. So, yeah, I don't think like wording how you word something to TBI exactly like in a letter is going to change anything. Obviously, they know that's my opinion. Let's see here. Every single time I do something like, every single time, guys, that I've had anything like that I've had to turn in to TBI or anything, every single time I have people give me shit about it. So, do you realize that your husband was on meth when he saw Andy, right? Okay.
Yeah, there are also pictures of it.
Yeah, and there's also, do you realize that there's also video footage of Andy on the road?
Not video, but
Pictures. Do you realize that? To back it up. So it's not just Fred's word, Equalizer. There's video footage, and there's other people too have came out and said that they saw him. It's not just Fred. It'd be one thing if it was one person. So your statement is invalid. You know, unfortunately, just because somebody is on drugs doesn't automatically mean that that what they see is completely not reality. It doesn't automatically mean that. When there's other things that when there's other things to back up what he's saying, like several, then yeah, I mean, you can't really deny it. I don't know, but I hope Brooks really does call in what she says about what she was saying she was going to call in about. You know, it's not easy, you know, to do the right thing. This is what happens. They gave me, this is the same type of shit that happened when I turned in the bones. Like, you know, and they made a big mockery of that and a big joke. Well, I've already thought of that, Equalizer. I've already talked about this for years. I've already talked about when Fred mentioned the monkeys. I was like, oh shit, he's having a freaking meth episode. A meth schizophrenic episode. I'm like, great, I can't take what this guy says seriously. I trust and believe. I've been talking to him we're going on now 4 years. You know, where it started out where I had suspicion towards him. It's not like people act like this just like happened overnight. I've been getting shit about Fred for fucking years. What did she say she's going to, Bella? I mean, other people can too. A lot of times creators, they think, oh, you got to think like just because a creator plays something doesn't mean that they've turned it into TBI. It's happened many, many times on here where people have played stuff that hasn't been turned in. There are functioning acts that you would never know we're using. Yeah, and that's the thing. And then there are addicts who are out of their mind, hallucinating.
There's a lot of them can't do one hit without
seeing the tripping. Yeah. So I get that. I do. But we have other things, you know? So that was the very first thing that I was thinking. I know like that a lot, for some reason, I don't know why it is, but certain people certain drugs affect differently. And for some people, yeah, for a lot of people, meth does, like, especially if they're up for days on end.
A lot of them ain't gotta be up for days.
I know. And what I don't know, they just automatically take some and they're, yeah.
Some of them.
That's like an alcoholic who this you know, like the people that I've known in my past who are alcoholics, and the second they take a sip of alcohol, they're just like a completely different person. You know, and it's like they've only had a sip and they're already, you could already see, like they just change. I used to date a guy like that. Huh?
So they ain't nobody gonna apologize to me for nothing.
Yeah. He says you don't have to apologize. I'm wondering if she was going to call after her live. She made a big deal about Candace not doing it. She said, I will. I hope. Like, be prepared to get shit from. Actually, probably won't be. She probably won't get shit. It's only when Ziggy does something that. I know, 120. And that's why I said at the beginning, like, I said, I know you don't want to hear, or that I know that YouTube's a joke to you guys, but please listen, because, and I heard, you know, I go into Mama Bears yesterday, who has been like sending me emails and like told me she was quitting YouTube, send me all her stuff. Like, why did she send me her stuff if she doesn't like me? That's what I don't understand. If you feel so negative about me, don't freak it. Why would you send me all your research and shit that you did on the case when you were leaving YouTube? Send it to one of the people you actually like, please. I don't like fake people. So what was it? She was what was it that she was saying that oh, they were saying something about the fact that I called Fred a witness. I'm sorry. He did witness something. Do you guys understand the meaning of witness? He witnessed something happening on the 15th, June 2020, or June 15th of 2021. Fred witnessed Andy Bernard on the road late afternoon. And Andy's claiming he is denying it. That is witnessing. That is seeing something. That is observing something. You can be, if you guys want to look at Fred as a suspect, well, okay, fine. A suspect and witness. You can be both. Thank you, Brown Eye. But you guys, I just keep my focus on the bigger picture, which is Summer Wells. You know what I mean? We can't pay attention to what people who are just like, for some reason, wanting to compete or make this some kind of like contest, you know? And I think there's people that are really fucking mad for the wrong reasons. I absolutely think it's the wrong reasons. 1,000,000%. I think it's because people are absolutely, like, a lot of these people are worried that Fred is right and they're going to look like a fool. That's what they're afraid of, in my opinion. Has YouTube made? No, but you have to watch it. Like sometimes it takes like a couple hours after a live for the chat to load. So like if you rewatch a live right after it was uploaded, sometimes you might not see the chat. Let's see what card I get when I ask. Is anything? So I got the death, which is I got the death card and 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords at the bottom, a revelation. Yeah, and so is 6 of Swords about moving on. So maybe, and moving on for, got the death card though. That's not good. I don't. But death card can mean like, huh? Yeah, it can mean an ending or a transformation, something, a change, a huge change. But yeah, I set it. You have to go in. I guess I could show real quick. You have to go into here, guys, while you're live or before you're live when you schedule it. Go to this edit thing, go to customization, make sure you click the live chat replay, and then, yeah, and then click save. So live chat, this is for during the live, and this is for after, so that you could see, for those of you who do lives. Like, I hate going into a live and not being able to watch the comments. Or hold on, let me see. You guys may not have been able to see well enough. You go to here, this little details edit button, go to customization, click live chat replay, and then save. Sorry you are going through what you are going through. We have to love our enemies harder. God will bring all this darkness to light, and wait and see. You don't mess with God's children, period. Yep. That's why I keep praying every, huh?
I'm willing to go through whatever I got to go through to get some of the fruit justice. I don't care what he do.
Just think if there wasn't people out there like us that are willing to freaking be like basically attacked and harassed and stuff, just to stand up for, by standing up for what we believe is right, you know?
I mean, there's a lot of locals won't step up to the plate because they're afraid they're going to be harassed and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
locals.
their whole life put out there online. I mean, everything. And their family.
Yeah. It was a nice comment. But darkness always does come to light. I mean, even if it takes 30 years, like that guy that was arrested yesterday, or that was going to be arrested, or whenever it was recently, he killed himself, but I get tired of my safe fight. Then PG asked, did you report it? I asked twice in chat if Andy was out and about. That means he was driving. I didn't get one reply, but it was on panel being said that's what Jody Sue told her. Then Brooks repeated it. Then PG asked, did you report it? Of course, Jody Sue didn't report it, but she'll report a fake scream. Right? Hey, Amos. Oh, man. Stop playing get to you. The way I feel is whoever turns in info, whether you, Jace, or the others, all that matters. If it helps bring her home, the TBI will filter it and decide. Yeah. Unfortunately, they like never, unless you're there in person, you're never going to know if it was beneficial or not. Unless it's just the evidence they need, to make an arrest right then. But mine wasn't the evidence they need. Mine's just, hey, this person has answers,
That's just bringing awareness,
Yeah.
Unless they get more footage and more people to speak out, the locals to speak out,
What's up, Diana? Are you at work? Wait, no, you were off work. That's right.
So,
I've always believed they sold her. So difficult to catch these creeps, especially when Ellie isn't even trying to. Yeah, I don't want to hear from any of these fucking people once Andy's arrested. I don't want to hear anything, any type of anything from any of them. I go crawl back in their hole where they came from. Seriously. Not as much shit as a lot of these people have put me through for years for me just trying to get people to pay attention to this one little detail. If it was somebody else that would have talked to you first or something, it probably would have been completely different. Hey, Luminous. Fred, you and Ziggy. Hey, Lori. But then why was Andy on the road 120? See? He was on the road, guys. There's got to be an explanation. You can't just, there's got to be. You and Ziggy have to keep your chins up no matter how much these people are trying to torture you. They know you are all doing the right thing and they aren't. They can't. They're not that strong.
Yeah, we won't stop until someone gets their justice. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. I'm not going to keep. I'm not arguing with these fucking people. Like.
Yeah.
Hey, Pintintin. I love your name. Every time I say it, it's like one of my favorites. Smith, I don't know if anyone will ever get arrested. All I can do is pray God will take care of them all. I know. I just had to, just for my own, I couldn't, the last few nights before I wrote that email, I couldn't sleep. because I just kept wondering, you know, people out, like, I just keep wondering, has TBI even heard the recordings, or are they even aware?
It makes you question it because Hawkins County is not wanting TBI involved in it, period, you know.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder how much that they have turned to TBI. Or was it TBI? If any of it was.
Yeah, you lie for a reason, exactly. There's got to be a reason. Yes, it is true. Curiosity. I saw in comments somewhere that Andy was also seen on Simpson Road. Is this true, Ziggy? Yes. According to another creator that I'm not going to put their name out, but yes. And the time lines up exactly, very, very, it fits with what Fred says with his time. The time they say they saw on the footage they saw of Andy on the road on Simpson Road was at 3:37 p.m. Eastern time. Fred, and that was on Simpson Road. Fred saw Andy, the time was 3:47 p.m. Eastern time, and that is when
He was coming back out.
he was coming back out in that blue.
Him and the blue truck was on the same picture.
Him and the blue truck were both in the same picture. That's how close they were. And it was like bumper to bumper. Right, brown-eyed, God does see all. That's true. I think maybe, or
No, it's Andy 100%, and Andy.
It was Andy 100%. It was a silver Kia, he said. No, there's no way it was Dudley. They were like,
we was right down 3 or 4 foot apart. I mean,
he said we were within 3 or 4 foot apart. Like, he had to go down to the road. If you've been on Ben Hill Road, it's very, very
it's a 1-lane road.
It's a 1-lane road, and the trailer was, he had to move it to let Andy by. I've asked him all of those questions. I asked,
or back up to a driveway to let people by most times.
Yeah, and he had to let Andy by twice, unhook the trailer twice, one time in, one time Andy coming out, because Andy was back there for a little bit and he never came out. So Fred started to hook up because he had to hurry up and get to the scrapyard. It is closing soon. And here comes Andy, you know, in that blue truck. So he had to hook again and let Andy by. And then he just said, screw it, and didn't end up going. What did police say when Fred first told him about seeing the guy on the road during the time he was helping? I mean, yeah. What did police say about you seeing Andy on the road or whatever? Or
well, they talked about having to refresh his memory at that time. See, I didn't know that they was asking for footage and stuff the first day, and that's when they showed the footage and stuff of Andy to me, and asked it from Thompson's camera, and asked to identify certain vehicles and stuff. Then I told him, I said, well, I've got cameras too, you know. I didn't know that they were looking for footage and stuff.
Yeah. And
but that's when they talked about having to refresh his memory and stuff. Like he didn't talk like he didn't even know supposedly didn't know what he'd even drove that day and stuff. Yeah. And they'd asked him to identify some pictures and stuff.
They asked Andy to identify pictures?
Huh?
They asked Andy to identify pictures?
Yeah, identify. They asked just about everybody in the holler to identify certain pictures or who was driving on certain vehicles and stuff.
Yeah. And
I guess just to see if everybody told the same story.
And
you know who they thought was in the vehicles.
And it came up about Andy because
they were making fun laughing at because he was playing stupid, like he didn't know what vehicle he was even driving that day, if he was even in the holler that day on 15.
Well, they just play it off like, oh, he must be scared about something else.
They just laughed about it, something else, making fun of him.
Was Andy known to go down to Simpson for any reason? Did he know anyone back there? Because didn't Sherfy Sr. say he had to pull a gun on Jody when she went back there?
I don't know if they know anybody over there or not, but that's what Sherpy had said on when Betty Bullhorn Betty and all them was there, that he had pulled a gun on Jody for being back there or something. At some point, I don't know if it was on.
Well, and Andy had no
15.
Andy had no reason really to be past his driveway. I mean, on the 15th either, really.
I mean, I've seen Andy pass his driveway up many times and go and turn or something. Or they'd come off the hill or something, check the mailbox, and then they'd go and turn at Simpson Lane and go back out of Hall.
Why didn't Andy just follow you out instead of unhooking the trailer again? Like
because I was still trying to load.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't.
I hadn't even got nothing loaded yet. I was trying to get something loaded.
Yeah. See how these will make him answering this helps clear it up, and I mean it makes sense. He still had to put the vehicle on the trailer. He was just hooking up the trailer then.
I finally said, hell with it, and just backed up and unhooked the trailer and finally went out. And Andy had done left out at that time. And in the blue truck and stuff. When I went out that time, I didn't see nobody other than a couple white trucks, the tree trimming trucks, sitting at Richard Goley's, and then that was the only place I seen them.
Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. And didn't somebody earlier too, like?
And even when I come back in and pick the trailer up.
What was her message? Sorry.
Even when I come back in and pick the trailer up, they go and haul that motorcycle for that boy late that evening. I didn't see nobody on the road, just the 3 tree trimmer trucks sitting there at Goley's over towards the bridge. I never seen Andy or Jody or nobody. And that was probably roughly 4:30.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diana. All right, guys, I have to go, but I'll be back. I do have to go. I don't want to because we're in a good conversation and stuff, but I absolutely have to, unfortunately. But I like the questions. It cleared up a few things.